today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more come.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook a first down and more. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Harris. 30. 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
And I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, and it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 78 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed. Going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
Remember, he scored already in this first quarter, and he's really trying to get off to a hot start. But on that last play, the defense had a little cool breeze back his way and said, not that time.
Yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means they...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Darnold. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So simple math here. The first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been though.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. moved there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2nd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold to the right side, and he's got more complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Darnold. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. So we hit halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Mond. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On 2nd down and 4, Mond. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Mond going to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, when you mention that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Got Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And quickly they get to the line. They go play action here. Mond rolling to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to speed things up here. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
On 1st down, here's Mond. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 36. Mond looks to throw. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. On 4th down, Mond. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Davis. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. It's brought in by Harris. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To the air again, Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 30. 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 44, Darnold. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw going to be caught by Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. There's Tremble, the tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Darnold. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On second down, it's Cook again. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is... And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they